Very good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to study about the SCR, which is Silicon Controlled Rectifier. And the topics what I am going to cover in today's video is Introduction to SCR, Basic Operation and Symbols of SCR, and True Transistor Model of SCR, and Regenerative Action of SCR, and finally the SCR turn off. So let us have a brief introduction about SCR. SCR is nothing but silicon controlled rectifier. Why it is named so is it is made up of silicon material and it can be used as a rectifier, and even the rectification can be controlled. Hence it is named as silicon controlled rectifier. It is having a 4-layered P and N junction. You can observe here there are 4 layers. One is P type, N type, P, and again it is N type material. So these are the 4 layers of the SCR, and it has got 3 terminals: anode, gate, and cathode. The anode terminal is taken from the top P type material and cathode is at the bottom of the N type material, and the gate terminal is taken from the second P-type semiconductor material, and it has got 3 junctions, namely J1, J2 and J3. So the first junction P and N, it forms a J1, and second N and P, it forms J2 junction, and down again P with N, it forms a J3 junction. So totally it consists of 3 junctions. The upper PN junction is J1, the middle one is J2, and the last one it is J3. And what are the applications of SCR? If you see, the first important application is rectifier, and it also can be used as a regulated power supply, and for DC to AC conversion, as a relay control circuit, time delay circuits, and many more. So figure A represents the basic layout of an SCR symbol, and figure B represents the symbol of the SCR. So this symbol is similar to the diode symbol, except that there is a gate terminal additionally connected here. So from the P-type material we will be having the anode, and the current flows from anode to cathode, and the direction of current flow is represented from anode to cathode by IA, and the gate current is represented by IG, and this represents the symbol of the SCR. So let us analyze the operation of SCR. Whenever I am going to apply a forward voltage across the anode, that is forward biasing the anode and cathode. So for the anode, a P-type material of the anode, it is connected to the positive of the battery, and the down N-type material, it is connected, that is the cathode, it is connected to the negative of the battery. That is, I am applying a forward bias for the SCR. So during this time, the upper PN junction will be forward biased, and the lower PN junction is also under forward bias, whereas the middle NP junction will be under reverse bias. So this makes the diode not to conduct. Hence, during the forward biasing of the SCR, there will not be any flow of current across the SCR from anode to cathode. Hence, there is no conduction takes place as the middle NP junction is reverse biased. Now, in order to make the junction to conduct, what we are going to do is we are going to apply a positive pulse across the gate, such that a maximum current which flows from the gate terminal, and it causes the device to go into conduction. Since the gate terminal is connected across the middle NP junction, it makes the junction to break down so that large majority carriers will get generated, and this causes the SCR to conduct. And this forward current, whatever the resistance it is offered during this forward current, it will be very less, and it will be of 0.01 to 0.1 ohms. That is, the there will be majority flow of charge carriers across the SCR, and the charge carriers will try to move from anode to the cathode, thereby it will constitute a current which is named as anode current, and it is represented by IA. This process will call it as regenerative action, and this conduction will keep on provided if we remove the gate current also. So suppose if I remove the voltage which is applied across the gate, even though the SCR will start conducting and it will be in on state. So this states that the SCR does not turn off even though the gate is removed. The dynamic reverse resistance of the SCR will be very high, as the range of 100 kilo ohms and more. So this is about the operation of SCR. Two transistor model of SCR. So the same SCR can be imagined that it consists of two transistors which is connected back to back. That is, the 4-layer PNPN can be considered as, it is the first PNP can be framed to be a PNP transistor, and the first P will act as an emitter, and the N layer will be the base and P will be the collector. So this frames a PNP transistor, and the bottom 3 layers starting from the cathode, the N-type material, it forms the emitter, and the middle P, it forms the base, and N becomes the collector. So this emitter base collector will be will be considered as an NPN transistor, and the gate terminal, it is taken across the second p-type material of the SCR. So here just we are imagining that SCR can be modeled as two transistor, one PNP, the other one is an NPN transistor, and this is connected back to back. And the anode terminal, it is taken from the top P material, and cathode from the bottom N-type material. So this represents the cross-sectional view of the transistor of the SCR as a two transistor model. The figure B represents the equivalent circuit of the SCR. That is, the equivalent two transistor model is represented here. So the top, it is the named as transistor T1, which is the PNP transistor, and the bottom transistor, it is named as T2, which is the NPN transistor. As we have seen in the cross-sectional view, here the connections are the base of the transistor 1, it is connected to the collector of the second transistor, and vice versa. That is, the collector of the T1 transistor, it is connected to the base of T2 transistor, and both it is connected together, and a gate terminal is taken from there. So the B represents the equivalent circuit of the two transistor model of SCR. So let us analyze this two transistor model of SCR with the help of the current flowing across the transistor. As I told you, the transistor T1, which is a PNP transistor, it has got the base current which is named as IB1, and the collector current is named as IC1, and the base emitter current is IE1, sorry, and the gate current is represented as IG, and the current which flows from anode to cathode, it is represented by IA. From the anode, it starts with IA, and when it is flowing towards the cathode, it is represented as IK. As the two transistors are connected back to back, we can observe that the base current IB1 of transistor T1, it is same as the collector current IC2 of transistor T2. Similarly, the base current IB2 of transistor T2 will be equal to the collector current IC1 of transistor T1. So in the figure B, the equivalent circuit is drawn, as well as we have shown the flow of current from anode to cathode. So let us analyze this circuit.